Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko, and today I have a really interesting run for you. I've never seen anyone play with the Luxury Kiuas item. Sorry about the pronunciation, it's Finnish, not quite sure if I'm doing it right. But it's a really interesting item, and it's a potential win condition scaler similar to Pyg's Gym and Fixer Upper and the like. And theoretically, this can just burn for absolutely outrageous amounts, whether it's next to a phonograph or just next to a fort. Either way, you can accomplish the same sort of thing to make this effectively much faster. And then if you scale it high enough, like essentially we're talking about flamethrower builds, right? And flamethrower is great. So it's sort of weird to me that I've never seen anyone play with this. Not in a video, not my opponents, certainly not myself. And in this run, I get a chance to go all in on one and see if it'll work. And I think that maybe this is the most support it can get, because while putting it next to a phonograph might be all right, putting it in a maximum slow build is probably better. By the end of this run, we're talking Diamond Lethargy, Diamond Fort, all cooldowns increased by 5 seconds, and in a world where everything is slow, my multicast 11-second speed item is suddenly looking pretty fast, and the one major downside of this card has been completely mitigated. Anyway, here's the run. Tell me if you think it's actually a viable win condition. It's definitely something you can pivot into if you're given nothing else. I don't know if it's great, but it's definitely good. Alright, getting into another Pyg run. I don't really feel like there's merit to skills. I've been burned by enchanted items too many times, and that sort of narrows it down to taking gold income. It's the least interesting option, but probably the most powerful. And I find myself hard-pressed to justify taking other options, because this gives me the money to actually take a 4 gold roll in Midsworth and conceivably find an early matchbox, right? Like, I think I do take a Tuskhelm here, because it's good with Ganjo, apropos, lots of things on the line. These other two are just bad items. Steam Ladle can be good down the line. I have no faith in these other two items whatsoever. Yo-Yo's not atrocious if I get a Ganjo, but like neither is literally any other weapon, right? Which brings us to our fight, and I think even with just one burn item, Pyro makes more sense than Haunted Komodo. It has been brought to my attention that I undervalue the potential of getting a very early Silk, because you can guaranteed upgrade to Silver, and Pyg has plenty of item generation. But also, that's lame. I much prefer playing Burn. I've consistently found when I run into opposing builds using Silk, I'm not impressed by it. I know that doesn't mean that Silk isn't good, because I think I also undervalue the Luxury Cloche, whatever it's called, the Charcoal Pit. I think just because I've never seen that, I assumed it was bad, and I've always had better things to do than it, but I think that's a perfectly playable card. Maybe Silk's in the same spot. I just can't justify going to Komodo, man. Pyro's Cinders are both 2 gold plus burn. They're directly helping my board. Lighter is not awful if I'm playing a burn build. It's not great. Fiery is fantastic. I feel like everything Pyro is offering me just has so much more potential than Silk. I don't see a reason to commit my level up upgrade to a Silk when I could instead just like use it on so many other great items that Pyg has available to him that I'm much more comfortable winning with in the first place. Anyways, as we wait for Sandstorm to get here, because I'm really not doing a whole lot myself, I'd actually remind you that if you aren't subbed to the channel, you can sub for more daily Bazaar content just like this. And whenever you do leave the video, if you can hit the like button, it really does help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, Sandstorm is here, Pyro is down. And I think I'm looking for Fiery here. Cinders is nice, it's gold, but Fiery's just clearly the best hit, Lighter's clearly the worst. Hey, ask and ye shall receive. Maybe not what you asked for, but you'll certainly get something you talked about. So this is actually a really tough 4th hour. Cinder Chase is plus burn. I'm currently a burn build, for better or worse. Quixel can sell early matchbox. She can sell upgrades to everything I'm using. She can sell Ganjo and another weapon to scale with it. Like, Quixel's genuinely a very good shop right now. And then I need to take the Lost Crate if I want to dupe things. And frankly, duping things is broken, and I have so many runs where I simply don't see a crate. I'm comfortable duping a Steam Ladle. So I'm happy to take this hammer rather than go to Quixel, even though Quixel's a great shop. And this is part of the upside of going economy start. I don't have to click on jungle ruins. I really want to. I'm sad that I'm clicking on Kina here. And I'm clicking on Kina, by the way. But I don't have to take that income. I have the gold to take a different option. Take the ATM for gold. The rest of this, I could spend 4 gold on 30 health. I don't see it determining the outcome of the fight. I'm going to roll. I'm happy with the rewards card. I'm happy with Piggles. I'll take Bandage because it would be useful down the line, but it's not very good right now. And our board going into this fight is less than stellar, I would say. Is this our best board? Steam Ladle just deals 3 damage every 4 seconds. That is worse than 10 every 5. Matchbox, or sorry, Lighter's in the same boat. The rewards card just isn't very good. Piggles is not doing much either. Essentially, every 8 seconds, it does 1/10 of a Tusked Helm. So it deals 2 and 2 every 8. It's worse than Bandages. Yeah, that's a truly atrocious board. But you take income start, it happens to you sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you dupe Matchbox day 1. Other times you've come into day 1 fight with Tusked Helm, Bandages, ATM, different A card that takes up 2 spaces. And we stand no chance. He didn't need the Coral Armor, he didn't need the left-handed. Like, any 2 of these 3 items would have beat me. But the massive offenses combined with defenses, I'm just absolutely dead. Completely, utterly stood no chance. Frankly, I'm surprised my defense has held up even this long. I thought I'd be dead by the time I finished ranting about how screwed I was. I'm also pleasantly surprised with how much damage Tusked Helm actually does. Like, I don't think of it as a remotely good card, but maybe I'm overstating just how bad it is. Or maybe I'm just inclined to be kind to it after seeing how good it is with Cargo Shorts when its cooldown goes down to 1 second. I miss Cargo Shorts. They were very bad for the game, but they were very fun to play with. Anyway, no great surprise there. Bad shop RNG on day 1 pretty much always results in an income start losing. You can go small heal item, 4 gold, or Quixel. I think I gotta go Quixel here. There's too many hits. I would like to take 4 gold. I just can't. I need to go to the shop. That is an immediate roll, unfortunately. There's no merit to any of this. Oh, that's what you're afraid of when you come Quixel. I can't even afford to just, like, take the monocle and float it either, because I wouldn't have the gold to buy an Apropos Chapeau if I did. Haladi's a little bit more manageable. There are, like, a decent number of hits where I could scale that up. We're getting to a point where I'm going to have a very serious problem buying anything at the next shop if I buy anything here. I'm actually going to pass, because I currently don't beat Rogue Scrapper. I have to go to the next shop, and I need the 2 gold to stand a chance there. So left-handed is obviously the best right now, but defense grid is obviously the best long run. I think I can't really justify taking defense grid with my current set of items. Like, left-handed is not going to be winning any fights on its own. It's not good enough. Defense grid is one of the best skills in the long run. It opens up Force Field Pig in a big way. That's painful, man. You see small weapon, it's bad. You see mountain pass, it's fantastic. It's a 1 gold 2 experience option. It's a fight option if I could win the fights, which I can't. I would really love to go to Mountain Pass and click Fight, or Income, or 1 gold 2 XP. But right now, I'm just about to go lose my fight to Rogue Scrapper, right? Like, I don't currently win. Like, I think this is the board I use currently, which is atrocious. I should have been rewards carding the lighter, or maybe even the ATM. I'm not sure which. Not the upgrade hammer, because I probably have to sell this lighter. I'm going to change my rewards card now, because if I don't, I could be unable to roll and buy. And we're gonna go Kina, because we just don't beat Rogue Scrapper currently. I was just saying, I think I've been underrating this thing. So everyone looks at this and they're like, oh, it's a piece of shit, right? That's what it is? Because it's burn equal to this item's value, and as you upgrade it, the only thing that changes is the bottom line. When you sell a property, this item gains 1, 2, 3, or 4 value depending on tier. But like, what if you just ignored the bottom text, right? What if it just didn't scale off properties, you didn't care about that at all, and you use rewards card and ledger to push this thing further? I genuinely think that's a compelling argument to try to use it. And I have nothing going for me right now, so I do want to pick this up and try to use it. I'll start rewards carding that. My awkward thing here is I kind of need to roll this shop for a chance at a lot of things. If I get specifically Matchbox, I'll deeply regret selling the lighter. Right now, I'm not beating Rogue Scrapper, so selling the items on my board that are good isn't even a problem. I can afford to just, like, sell these. I don't have to keep them. And if I'm going to go into a PvE fight, this lines up so that they stack on... yeah, they'll deal 4 burn, 8 seconds in. Sick. That's so much damage. Look, we're probably fighting Mosquito or Crab anyway, so it doesn't matter that it sucks. That's the whole point. I can afford to sell these items that would otherwise be half decent with a Matchbox. I can also just toss the bronze rewards card, but that sounds wrong. I can also toss the ATM. That might be the best option. I don't like selling ATMs, but I think for board power, it's actually one of my less valuable items. I'm going to toss this ATM. It gives me what I need to roll. Wow, that's awful. Not only is all of this medium, therefore I can't really afford any of it, it's also just not actually relevant to what I'm trying to do. Can I go weights? Never in a million years. So put this trash back in. make sure I never forget this. It's very important that I always have the rewards card going. Marbles is probably better than something here. Let's just go see if it's the mosquito, because if it's the mosquito, I just win the fight automatically and I don't have to think anymore. Hey, we can beat mosquito with an empty board. We're good. So, I don't think I won't rush at all. Keen Eye's not very good. I really want the 2 out of 3 chance to hit any silver small item. I guess Insect Wing is the best. Theoretically, if I manage to make a luxury, I'm gonna look up how to pronounce this word. 1 second. This is apparently a Finnish word.
Kiuas.
Kiuas?
Kiuas.
Kiuas. Anyway, if I can make this thing good, right? Like you put a diamond phonograph to the right, it goes down to 4 seconds base. You scale up the value of the rewards card and ledger. I could see this being like 4 seconds and 300 burn, like basically make your own flamethrower. That's what I wanted. I'm happy to see that. That is probably the best route we could have gotten. Now, we're not leveling up today. As much as I love Tiny Furry Monster, I have a toy. I could even get the XP. Going to Andy here with a chance at Matchbox seems to me like what you have to do. Because my build is so much better with Matchbox, even if I am doing this. And the bird is awkward, because obviously I can't really... God damn it. I mean, I kind of needed the money right now, to be honest with you. I'm gonna go see what my dog's barking at. That probably came through on the recording. Alright, getting back into this, I do not think that the bird is the way to go. I have no properties. It can be fast. It's not fast yet. I need something better. Those are certainly other cards, but they are not better. Oh, that's rough.
If you want something big and ugly,
The shop rolls have not been kind to me. I feel like I spent so much money and got in so little. I can go to Ayla here. It gives me 1 whole value. Woo. I think I accept my loss. Just no reason to fight it any further, I guess. I think that's the strongest board I have. And I just take +2 income rather than going to Ayla. There are so few weapons that nobody... Like, I say so few weapons. Is there even a single weapon? Like, I don't have a Ganjo or an Apropos or anything. I don't have a weapon scaler to make them matter. So I'm just gonna take my 2 income and take my loss.
I should warn you.
And I don't like the idea that I'm trying to scale this thing to win the game. Or the idea that I'm just losing on day 2 guaranteed. That one also sucks. The rest of his board doesn't matter. The catfish, I believe, solos me, right? He has 5 other item slots, and they genuinely don't matter. Although I will note that this illusory hits for 50 fucking 5, which is a little bit more than you'd expect it to hit for, considering it's an illusory and all. Yeah, this is so comically far from close. We stack up to a blistering 5 burn when all of our stuff syncs up together. It's beautiful. Anyway, 0% win chance there. Not really too surprised. If we had a Matchbox, I probably still would have lost, but really, I was looking for a rewards card as much as Matchbox. I want to scale this thing up, and I'm finding neither repeatedly. Anyway, let's get this thing scaling. JJ, Matchbox, I don't know what else I need. I know there are other items I want. It's not those items, though. That is #1 on the list. I did not dare to dream this large. Holy shit. All right, we have a build. We have a game plan completed. This will be my level 4 guaranteed upgrade. We are going to take this thing to the moon. If this is good, this is the run for it. We have found it. We have a day 3 ledger. We have a rewards card. It's only at bronze, but we can fix that. And we have nothing else going for us. Now, what's the rest of the build look like? Because I might not even care about duping anymore. I might, like, maybe the correct play is just to immediately upgrade hammer this right now, because I have multiple levels left. I'm going to go to a couple shops, lose a little bit of value. Upgrade hammering that doesn't seem inherently bad. So if 4 slots are going to be the Luxury Kiuas and the Phonograph, what are the other 6? Well, potentially it's not even a Phonograph angle, right? It could also be a Fort angle. Rather than lowering the cooldown, I could give it multicast and just make everyone else's build suck more. That's also great. And frankly, I think it's impossible to predict what the rest of the build will be. Maybe ideally it's a pawn shop build, because I have 1 big slow item. This is basically just like my equivalent of a double whammy. I don't know. I really can't envision what the rest of the board should look like. Anyway, this stuff's too expensive. Let's move. Chocolate bars and gumballs both just became incredible. I do not have 25 gold, but I'm probably still taking 2 income. What's my board look like currently? Not great, you know? That's the current board that I've got. The ledger essentially makes every item worth an extra 1 gold, right? So I think it just makes more sense to take the 2 income here. Like, it takes 2 days for this to be better. And I'm probably losing day 3 anyway, so who cares? Oh, it sucks me this broke going to Curio here with a ledger. Can I do something with this? I am inclined to believe I upgrade hammer this immediately. Now the question is, if I go to Curio, what can I even do? And the answer is like really not a lot, you know? It does give me +2 value though, which is not nothing. And even though I can't do a lot, like it's up against 3 free chocolate bars, that's the problem. I love free shit when I'm playing any sort of ledger build. But I think I care about the value here a lot. There are some hits where Curio can sell me meaningful items. What about rocket boots? Those really aren't very good, but 5 seconds to haste once is just not anything of importance, is it? I've got multiple buffs I can buy, sell. I can afford Eagle Talisman, Gland, and Wing. If I keep getting cooldown reduction, Fort gets a little bit hard to do. I don't know, as long as it's above 7 seconds, Fort's still on the table at gold, and a diamond Fort's basically always going to be usable. I'd prefer to play Phonograph anyway, I think. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just buy, sell both this and the Wing, use the money I get back to get the Glands. Now, if I wanted to, I could sell more than this, right? But that requires me to give him an item on board. Well, the lighter's kind of terrible. So I can sell the lighter and use that money to pick up the destroyer, or sorry, the sunderer, which is genuinely a better item. Okay, the build's still bad, but we deal like slightly more burn. Do we beat Scout Trooper though? It seems like a resounding no with only 1 regen, right? And in the situation where I have to pick between Frost Streak Challenger and Tempest Flame Dancer, I think I always go Tempest Flame Dancer. He's both generally the weaker enemy and has better rewards due to these bars of gold, each being worth 5 gold, these being worth 4 gold, and just generally good items. Cinders are good for me. Sharpening Stone is at least a loot item that does something. He only has 1 miss, very high average gold value. I think it's just right to come here. And we're still pretty far off from making a case that this thing is good. But I mean, hey, the first couple days with Pyg's Gem aren't great either, you know? There's something here, I promise. I believe that this item is secretly very good and just nobody is playing it. And we are going to put that theory to the test. Wait, did we stack burn? Oh, right, it's an 8-second cooldown. It's not like it proliferates. So when these go off together, it does actually like build up, you know, a tiny bit. The normal value +2. But it's only good like if you look at it with stop clock syndrome and don't really notice what's happening around it. It's fine. That's honestly one of the weaker hits, but it's fine. All right, get my board arranged in the stash. We're going to shops. I am very broke, and that is Mountain Pass against a 4 gold roll with items that I can't afford to buy. It's also against 3 spare change. Dude, the idea that 3 spare change is better than a fight is breaking my brain a little bit. That can't be right. If I click fight and I get any fight from today other than Scout Trooper, I win. So if I click fight and I get a day 3 fight, I beat everything other than Scout Trooper. If I get a day 4 fight, I lose to Flame Juggler, a Hexa, Hellbilly, and Prince Virion. Oh, that's not looking good. That's not looking good at all. I can't believe this. I think spare change might be the play. It's less value on this immediately, but it gives me the ability to go to another shop. That's the big thing. Yeah, because I'll hit the 3 cells plus these 2. That's actually just enough already, right? So going spare change ensures that I get the +5 value and actually have a burn item that does something. Oh, gumballs, why did you have to do this? I hate it. I can toss all of these, and I'll be tossing them before the end of the day, and that decision won't be affected by anything. So now it deals 12 burn. That's neat. That's like actually a real amount of damage. 1 plus 12 equals 13, divided by 2 equals 6.5. 6.5 times 12. That's 78 damage when this goes off. That's not nothing. That's enough that we have a real chance of winning, to be honest. So in terms of Piggle charging, I think I'm supposed to charge the Sunder and the Steam Ladle. Obviously, the touchdown isn't really doing a lot. Now, back to the decision at hand. If I go Gumballs, I can spend 10 gold and get another 5 value. I think it's the play. Like, it does actually cost me 5 gold is the gross part. Because 5 of the gold I get refunded goes into this, but it goes into it as a damage, meaningfully increasing my chance of winning. Okay, yeah, gumballs are actually the play here. I've never had day 3 gumballs be right before, but here we are. I'm gonna need to sell this to buy the rest of the gumballs. Can I buy them? Yes, I can buy them in a 5 lump sum, thank God. And what did we manage to get this up to with that early ledger? 16 value. That is not nothing. That's quite a lot. I'll sell this gumball too. That's 1 plus 17 is 18 divided by 2 is 9. And 9 times 17. 153 damage every 7.3. More because Steam Ladle actually matters now. That is actually fucking scary. I thought I had nothing going for me, but being aware that this card is secretly good and just very hard to capitalize on might be saving this run. Let's see it. That doesn't look too bad. Like, that's a lot of damage. I think I do just die, but I'm gonna put up a solid enough fight. What's the crit chance? 40? Oh, he has 700 health because of knee brace. I'm completely dead. Yeah, this fucking silver knee brace start will do that. I would have lost without the knee brace health difference. This is a pretty gross high roll. But I'm fine with that. We're still trying to get our legs under us, and the fact that this build lost to a high roll on day 3 is no surprise, considering the rest of our board is basically blank. I don't have to put anything left of ledger now. We can figure that out later. Shield is bad. 5 chocolate bars is actually pretty good with the ledger. Upgrading the rewards card and then never going to another shop feels kind of bad. I can get hot stones here. I can get cold room here. I can get apropos chapeau and try to scale my defenses here. My counterpoint to all of that is I have 5 free cells, which is 2.5 value, just the same as the rewards card. Except instead of spending 4 gold for potentially nothing, I spend 0 gold for plus 50 health. I'm gonna go chocolate bars. I genuinely think anything that's giving me items with this early of a ledger is just the correct thing to do. Now, what's the upgrade supposed to be here? Is it just go skill? Do all of my upgrades suck? Do none of these items matter? That kind of feels like the case. Like, marbles are not a terrible upgrade. They really aren't. But I'll probably be going to Andy down the line and trying to upgrade these anyway. I kind of need to upgrade this Steam Ladle if I intend to, like, ever use free stuff. If this is at bronze, it kind of doesn't work. If it's at silver or higher, it does enough scaling that a cold room can be good. I'm perfectly comfortable with, like, using stopwatch alongside this to stall after I do the burn and then have that massively scale the Steam Ladle as well. I'm not convinced this is better than a skill, but I'm going to upgrade the Steam Ladle. This is very speculative. It might be wrong, but it feels very likely that I might just fail to find a Steam Ladle upgrade if I don't do that. JJ versus Economic Seminar. 4 gold for potentially an insane amount of gold. There are just very, very big hits here. Pawn shop, then your, like, any economic generation property. Then, like, all the other stuff is at least break even. I love going JJ. I want to go to a shop. Well, let's ask a different question, right? If I don't go to JJ, do I beat any of the tougher PvE fights? I don't think I do, to be honest. My board's not even full. Alright, so that narrows it down. We either have to fill our board at Economic Seminar, or we have to go JJ. I think it's conceivable that I find something at Economic Seminar that can go on my board. My board has, like, nothing on it. There's no competition. Well, that's less than no competition, unfortunately. I don't think we'll beat Hydro Dude here. I can sell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. I cannot get this up to the next threshold. I can still sell all of these now, and that'll at least get me the health bonus. I don't know that that's going to matter very much. If I could sell 3 more items, I mean, what are they really doing, you know? An additional 5 burn is 18 plus 19 plus 20 plus 21 plus 22 damage, right? It's like actually fucking tremendous amounts more damage. So I'm gonna sell the Tusk Helm and the bandages and this coin. And you might think to yourself, surely you're supposed to have items on your board if you think you beat Prince Marianus. which is a perfectly fine thing to say. The Luxury Kiuas hits for 253 damage. Also, its burn is so high that as 7.3 seconds passes, it doesn't even lose all of the fire it does. It is self-proliferating. All the burn from this is going to be a lot better then. The issue, of course, is that Prince Marianas does slow you with the Illusoray and the Electric Eels and have 1200 health. So I'm genuinely not sure I beat him. I'm definitely supposed to have the marbles between two items. That part's for sure true. I don't know, I've got 6 active items. That's not terrible. My defenses are awful. I've got 700 health. He takes a while to scale up. This thing goes off 3 times before Sandstorm, like 24 seconds-ish. I think I beat Prince Marianas. I'm sketchy about the build. I might just be throwing away my Crystal Bonsai here. This just reads to me like it kills him before Sandstorm and we're fine. Because usually you die to Sandstorm after Piranha does most of the work if your build is bad. I am going to need to see not every single random slow hit the only item on my board that matters. There's a bunch of other stuff. Please stop throwing them here. So the first burn was solid, but the second burn is horrifying, isn't it? Yeah, we're fine. We've got this. Just one item taking on Prince Marianas feels very good. Although I could still lose. I don't think I can. I think I'm good. Even a crit here. Oh, no. I got crit on this one too, I think. It's a shame to lose that. Did that come down to burn RNG? No, it's just a mistake to have taken the fight. Damn shame. I was willing to immediately be like, no, I just shouldn't have come to the fight. That was a huge mistake. He had 10 whole seconds left to live. And maybe I could have improved my odds slightly. Like, it's very possible that these items are making the eel so much faster at slowing that my board's actually better if it were literally just the Kiuas. Not sure about that. What I am sure about is watching this back. The crit RNG was atrocious. Both of these things end at around 50% crit. Both of them had a crit rate in the 60s or higher, even though they scale up their crit rate over time. I think on average here, I do beat this because I also got really, really unlucky slow RNG with, I think, both of the first slows that could have hit the Kiuas hitting the Kiuas, and then on top of that, getting some more slows afterward. I don't know what my win rate here is, but it's probably over 50%. It doesn't look as bad as I thought it was. However, if your win rate's like 50%, probably go to another fight. In this specific case, I have so much gold, and I'm also in a spot where, like, I desperately want experience. This guy is worth twice as much experience as the next best fight. So if my win rate really was, like, above 50%, which I feel it is, then this was the right fight to take. I'm not quite sure on the math of that. It's fine. Money's worthless anyway, right? Let's go to Kina and find an entire new board, because we need one. Well, you say this. Can you afford to go to Kina when it's up against Gumballs? That's +5 value on your only item. I'm already getting +2 value. We kind of need to fill out the board.
No weapons? Leave with big.
Is this a Hogwash angle? Or a Landscraper angle? Landscraper is so awful. Holy shit, I just forgot how bad this rework was. And Hogwash has no healing to go alongside of it currently. And Fixer Upper, like, could you sell me the items that are not bad large items? No, I guess is the answer. We take a cash register, we take the jorts. We're not thrilled about Ice Room, but it's better than the Piggles, I guess. Oh wait, I have room for the Piggles anyway, we're fine. Alright, we buy the Ice Room. We'll figure out how to make this work, it's fine. Barracuda will buy small items for extra value. Well, I do have some bad small items, but I need stuff on my board just like at all. I want to go to a different vendor or something that gives me power. I'm okay rolling. Ayla at least can sell small items. Move, actually, what's this at? 0. It's never going off in this shop. That's fine. Toss this and buy some random tiny trash.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
I can spend 2 gold to roll, sell this, and pick up a bronze item. It just doesn't actually impact anything right now. I think this is the best board I can set up. Counterpoint, you can just get the flail.
Use it well.
It does make the jorts worse. Don't really care. And the build's definitely better than it was. We have a cold room scaling up the steam ladle. We have an amount of defenses. If this were on my board against Hydra Dude, I would have won 100% of the time. Losing the experience on Hydra Dude sucks. I am not level 5 on day 4. This is the first time in a long time I've been this behind on experience because I've been incentivized to go to everything other than fights, and I have lost a fight on top of that. Is this like the same thing? The last guy just had a different enchanted revolver. I might still just be dead because Shielded's by far the best enchant against my build, but his build also doesn't have that much going for it, so the Cold Room has pretty good targets. Oh no, it's 1 and 4. It's just the Cold Room knows what the assignment is. I believe I win. I believe just the amount of burn we stack up from our one item should be enough. Even though we're just getting halved on like every... Oh, maybe not. That crit was pretty painful. I think I lose. Ah, it's so close too. Oh, he has Life Preserver. It's not close at all. What am I talking about? Oh, whoops. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's fine. It's a scaling item. It's supposed to lose early. This is just fair, right? I hate being all in on something that's, in my experience, wholly untested, but it's where I'm at. We can get Temp Boost, Regen, or go to Ayla. That's a pretty easy Ayla.
But I can help you finish.
Ayla, I would like the small cheap items, please. Not that shit. Take both the 4 gold ones and roll. That ladle's well off the table. Yeah, we do care about truffle.
Come back and tell me.
What's the Zats? We're fine. Buy this one too. 8 gold's a bit pricey.
I fight alongside you.
We have starting shield, upgrade hammer, and heal and regen items. We can boost this up, get it sold. That gives me the money to go buy something, conceivably like a different cold room. We also just get value from going here. There's no upgrade that really matters since I got the ladle done already.
Look, it's okay.
I could have like tried to get the upgrade a second time, like get the upgrade hammer, use my level 7 upgrade to bring it to gold, and then dupe this. But I think I'm all in on this item. Like, I don't want to be, but I am. Get that done, sell that. Not being very kind to the jorts here. We have 13 gold. We can easily afford to roll. The question is, should we? Hitting Cold Room is pretty big. We don't have any shielding, so Bushel's pretty bad. Like, it's not competing with much, to be fair. I kind of want to hold the Piggles indefinitely. Which puts me in, like, a bit of an awkward spot, because... it's just stash-based problems, that's all. I think I am willing to sell the Sunderer and put the Bushel on my board, though. It's just a solid enough defensive item. I'm willing to roll to look for Cold Room. I promise I'll treat this one better than the last one. What do we have to sell for it? Well, that's the neat thing. Whatever you sell for it is painful. That's why the Bushel was not inherently a good buy. At worst, it's just a 2 gold flip. I've been doing this. And it has to be a 2 gold flip, unfortunately.
Don't make it weird.
But we need that economy. We're just very, very broke at the minute, unfortunately. We crush a Trash Town Mirror. This guy's a complete joke. I feel very weird about having like a partially empty board, but I'm just using every resource I have to buff this up. 36 burn is one hell of an item for day 5. It's just a little bit slow. I need to find that phonograph or I need to find that fort. One of the two. Either get it faster or make everyone else just as slow as I am. This is a weird run where neither augmented defenses or weaponry are good, but I'm also just constantly selling items as fast as I can. So it's a bit strange that neither of them are good.
Outrageous! I'm an elected official!
I think I'm in a strong spot for day 5. Like, obviously the win rate's bad. That part's not strong. Silver tier skills. Hopefully we don't have to roll because I'm very broke. I think this is actually a good lethargy. My best item is incredibly slow. I'm a low synergy build. I'm always going to be a low synergy build. I'm already talking about going into fort or phonograph, both of which are better with lethargy. Lethargy means that the fort is going to affect more of my items, and the phonograph will reduce half of lethargy's effect. My second most important item is Cold Room being charged by my opponent's board, so lethargy doesn't really care about lowering its cooldown by 1 second that much, and Steam Ladle being slower isn't a big deal as long as Cold Room is proportionally about the same speed. I think this is a lethargy angle. This is getting to be a really interesting run. Chocolate bars for free, and I'm broke, and out of stash space. That second one's also pretty important. So I can move this here, move that here. The rest of my board really doesn't need to exist. I'm gonna move that to my stash just preemptively because it's not gonna be in for the PvP fight. And what I'm able to do is I can sell the cargo shorts and the sharpening stone. That makes room for the chocolate bars, puts me at 5. I sell all the chocolate bars, we get up another 5. I think that's the play. I think I'm willing to do it. I'm too broke for Quicksilver to be good. That's the problem. So I give up these items, I take the chocolate bars, and I make my money back. And then we go to one shop at random and hope they can fix the board. I don't know that Prospero ever can, although the prospect of getting a new ledger is pretty exciting, so maybe I just don't care that much anyway. And we're going to Prospero, so put that shit back on the board. Because B1 and B2, like, what are they doing? Upgrading marbles? I'm missing several item slots. We have to hit Prospero. He can upgrade a ledger. He's insane. Oh. Well, I needed to trigger my ledger to be able to afford this ledger anyway. Now, an interesting question here is whether or not you actually upgrade the rewards card. Because most of my gold scaling is gonna come from ledger, not rewards card. I can sell this rewards card and get the new one to essentially generate 18 gold without upgrading my rewards card. Or I can just get a gold rewards card instead. As broke as I am, I think it's better to sell this. Then we upgrade the ledger, we get our new rewards card. There's no way we ever somehow buy a shield scraper, not that it's even good in the first place. I will roll, I need to fill out the board. Well, it doesn't look like I will, unfortunately. I mean, I can put this in. It's adjacent crit. Fine, I guess I do that. It's not good no matter how I cut it. Ointment's a 2 gold flip for a gold ledger, so it's just worth doing. Oh, right, I can just flip the safe as well. That's only a 2 gold loss, and it's 4 item cells. What are we at? 1? We're not going to be able to do it regardless, so I'll just buy this, toss it in the stash. I'm going to pick up the ointment as well. And I'll be on my way. This is just going to be what I have for the PvP fight. Essentially, the way this build has been working so far is I buffed the shit out of the Luxury Kiuas, and then, like, I don't even really have a board to go with it. But the idea is it's so strong that I don't even need a board to go with it. And for the first time, that might be true. I have Defense Grid, I have Lethargy, I have Cold Room to slow my opponent down even further. Maybe this works. Maybe this can win. That's a lot of burn. Pickled peppers. I don't like the sound of this. He has Soldering Iron with Microdave with an Uzi. He has Pickled Peppers with a lot of burn items. I'm very glad I've used Lethargy, because I literally would never win if I had it. But, his 100 shield might be a problem. When those Pickled Peppers go off, I'm just... Oh, he's also up like 700 health on me. How? It's fine. We scale into the late game. It doesn't matter. Definitely feels bad to hit that build. What was that? Fiery at bronze. No, that's just base value scaling, buddy. Nothing crazy. That's just soldering gun, silver ignition core, Microdave. Obviously, the Pickled Peppers helped a bit. Not quite sure. Oh, he killed Scovile. That's how I got him. But yeah, most of that's just on his build being vastly better than my random pile of garbage. It's fine, we've got this. We're scaling to the late game, something badass is happening, I promise. Also, if anyone knows where to get some copium at, I'm running low. Unrelated news. I've got the rewards card set up, this is an easy keynote. I'm gonna have to sell the safe immediately because I'm not really doing great on space. And we're looking at a lot of item sales before anything happens. Now, I think I'm willing to do 2 gold flips. Belt actually makes a lot of sense for the type of build I'm playing. So I'm going to sell this coin, sell this ointment, pick up the belt. I actually plan to keep it on board. Just flipping the weights. Don't want to do 4 gold flips. That's a bit pricey for me. Sadly, it is not a property, so I cannot scale it with this. Not that it's very fast anyway. However, Hot Stones and VIP Pass are both potentially very good. What am I looking at? I need to do 3 more buy sells. Wait, do I have some sitting in my inventory? I've got 1, 2, really. So I want to buy both of these, and I'm able to do it currently. So I'll sell that one, sell that one. I'm going to sell Crystal Bonsai at some point, so I'm okay just buffing its value. Bring this back in, figure out what my board's supposed to look like. For the PvE fight, that's probably it. But I want to get the VIP Pass and the Hot Stones. The Hot Stones improve my board. The VIP Pass will sell for more than I bought it for very soon. The Pickles are kind of just bad, but like the cash register, they're generating items to sell for the ledger, so I'm not getting rid of them. The marbles are probably done. And I think this is something I'm happy with. Oh god, it's day 6 and I'm not level 6. Well, at least I probably win most PvE fights now. Well, not Lich. And that's about to matter, because I'm pretty sure this is the kind of run where you get Lich and stay behind on the XP curve because you can't fight Lich. Oh, right, we put this back up, we go to Ayla. That's not true, we can go chocolate bars. But then we have stash space problems, so we actually have a board that we can't just sell it now. 5 chocolate bars are worth 5 value on my only item that matters is the problem. Like, I only have 7 gold. Ayla's not gonna do that. So to clear 2 slots, I really only have like a couple of options here. I can sell the cash register, that hurts a lot. I can sell the marbles and the rewards card. That honestly doesn't hurt that much. Like, this is not a big cost to me. I can sell the belt, I'm pretty confident that went straight up wrong, and I can sell the cold room. But the cold rooms were worth a lot more after a couple of days, I'd rather not. Of the options, I think marbles rewards card is the one that makes the most sense, even though it hurts quite a lot. And I can't pass this. The ledger being at gold this early, like, you just have to push it at that point. Sell one of these, pick up a loot item. I could have taken 3 value. The loot items can be better than 3 value is the thing. This one most certainly was not. It's still effectively 1 value though. It's not that much worse. I'm gambling 2 gold and... yeah, essentially it would cost me 4 gold to get 2 value onto this. And then I would lose the chance at getting something meaningful off of this, like Vial of Blood, Wing, Feather, etc. Maybe it was right to just take value there. 3 value is just not a lot in the grand scheme of things. It's hard to say. Anyway, looking at this, we're always going Loan Shark. Can I trigger this before the fight? No, then I have no reason to change anything before the fight. Oh wait, we have Pickles. I want to sell one of these. And Loan Shark should get absolutely crushed. Like, we have 1800 health, a 55 burn item. Surely we're good against Loan Shark, right? Some mistakes were made this run. I obviously wish I had 2 more experience and like a little bit more gold from winning a fight against somebody other than Prince Marianis. That I believed a little bit too hard, a little bit too early, but I do think that this still works. I don't think I'm coping. I genuinely think, like, this says 55 burn. How could it not be good? Also, reducing its cooldown is just good now that I have Lethargy, because I only need it at 8 seconds for Ford. I want to get it as close to 8 seconds as possible. Also, that felt strong. That felt like I was doing stuff that mattered. I will not be using aquatic items or weapons, though, so that's a pass from me. That just makes Grandmaster worse down the line. We never borrow. Fall Pack's not very good when you have very few bronze items, although I do have, like, 4 of them. I have basically unlimited gold is how I feel. I'm gonna go Mountain Pass. I'm gonna go try to click on a fight. That's a shame. Oh, hey, Ganjo. There was a time when you would have been, like, potentially useful. That time is well past. Now you are 1 value on the Luxury Kiuas. Kev's Armory for a potential enchanted item, or Bazaar for 2 XP. Bazaar levels me up. That's a pretty easy choice then, isn't it? I guess I'm about to sell the cash register. Oh wait, we've done this already. We've been in this situation, it's fine. I just sell everything except for the crystal bonsai. Bam. So this is 65 burn. Now the awkward situation is I don't have an item for this slot on my board, like at all. So my options are go into the fight with a 126 heal, which is actually substantial, and the potential to gain 9 more gold, risking 42 gold, or just take it off my board. Here's where I'm at. This genuinely could be the difference in me winning or losing the fight in a second, and I don't want to die, so I'm going to keep this on my board. Additionally, while I really don't want to lose 42 gold, I might have unlimited money. Have you seen what this gold ledger is doing? I'm going to go to Bazaar, I'm going to level up, we're going to figure it out from there. Upgrade a silver or lower tier item, teaches silver skills. Well, this is already gold, so my options are belt for 25% more health, which is really more like 1/6 health, since it's already equipped, or cold room. Frankly, in my current situation, I think I need to upgrade something, and it's either belt or cold room. Now, down the line, if I get a fort and cold room gains multicast, it is absolutely crazy, so I'm going to upgrade the cold room. I like that idea a lot. It's also probably better, like, scaling is what I'm afraid of, I think. I'm worried somebody's just going to, like, stack poison or burn to 1,000, and this helps interrupt that. The belt really just means I die after 1 or 2 more seconds if burn gets high. I feel strong. This is a lot of burn. Like, it does stuff. Evidently not enough stuff. Oh well, I can't really afford to take that off my board. It has a very real chance of impacting the result, and it's entirely possible that money is infinite with a gold ledger. So, what do we have? Power drill, crit core, rocket launcher, GPU, coolant. That looks like a really weak drill build, unless I'm missing something. 100's a lot of base damage. It has a 1 in 3 crit chance, but it's got lethargy affecting his board. He did freeze the literal only item I care about, which is unfortunate. I don't know, he has 1,000 health, man. I think the 65 burn just kills him with his 0 shield value. He does have coolant, though. I don't think it's going to matter. Wait, what? Oh, it must have went off simultaneously with Steam Ladle. It looked like it didn't actually have his burn. Okay, good. We did not lose literally 50 gold there, which would have been pretty rough. I might have infinite gold without this, but I definitely have infinite gold if I don't lose it. So not losing that fight is a big, big deal. Additionally, I'm not dead. I feel comfortable as long as I don't die. The moment I have to win 9 fights consecutively, I stop feeling good about the build. I would like to buy my gumballs 5 at a time. Is that possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is possible. Oh. Damn it. I've got to keep putting it on the bonsai, though. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means it goes to 5. You sell your 10th gumball, or sorry, your 5th gumball in this case. And there's nothing to the left. So I've got to keep doing this. Which is fine. It's just a hassle. It's making it a little bit harder to get the gold that I feel I'm owed. I can almost definitely buy 10 things at Curio. It'll be more expensive, but it could potentially be more than 10 buys. Additionally, I could get something that's actually helping my board. Seems unlikely. Alright, I scrolled through the entire shop selection for Curio. I don't think Curio is the right call. I'm going to go gumballs. And that is what value now? Oh, I thought it would go off there. Whatever, it's fine. I guess I did things differently than I thought I did, but that's good. I got distracted responding to a text, but I'm glad that I don't have to put it on the bonsai here. Up to 75 burn. It just seems like a lot, you know? Seems like something worth building around. What's this on? It's on 3. I really want to get this thing off of my board, man, but... like, not yet. I don't have to do it now. I could afford premium chocolate bars. I've got a belt. This run really is the waiting game. After 8 seconds, they're going to die. Like, this is so much better than you really expect a flamethrower to be on day 7. Yeah, but if you're playing a flamethrower, you're playing it because you high rolled for flamethrower. You would never play the average flamethrower on day 7, and this is not a high roll flamethrower. I can just sell this if I see a fort, yeah. I was worried about being able to afford a fort. If I see a fort, I just sell the crystal bonsai and it's not a problem. Yeah, we're good. Now, I really want to fight Shock Trooper. Does he shield at all? He has welding helmet. He has induction aegis. And then the second shot on this at 20 seconds probably kills me. He should be dead well before then from the second hit of this. If I'm wrong, egg on my face. Again. God, please don't be wrong. I have to believe that this wins. It's 75 burn at 8.3 seconds. I don't think I even should need the second use of it. I've also got other burn items. I have 2,500 health. Maybe I just survived the second shot. It should scale less than it otherwise would because all of his burn items are slower as well. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to just, like, get fucked by the slow here. This goes off right before this crits and I die. But I'm pretty sure this is an easy win. I wouldn't call it an easy win. He was about to shoot me for a 1 in 3 to kill me. So I wouldn't call that an easy win. Really living on the edge there. Not a fan of how that went exactly. Here we have 2 items to sell. Which means if I want to put it on anything, I currently have to put it on that. I don't have to do it yet. Bazaarcon's very good. Buying and selling is obviously great. Making up for the massive experience deficit and actually getting my enchant by the end of day 8 is kind of important though. So I am going to go Bazaarcon over arguably the worst vendor for this build. Shield skills, weapon skills, gold tier skills. The only shield skill I value is at bronze, so I'm going to go gold tier skills here. Plus 9 burn, you say. Combat Medic would be great if it said your items gain a % crit chance since I have Cold Room. But it says an item? That's no good. I think I'm just happy to take +9 burn here. It's just enough, right? That seems perfectly reasonable to me. I can't imagine rolling off of that being right.
And it bloomed into a Dira.
Yeah, we don't have to sell anything yet. We go to Kina, we look for Fort, we look for Phonograph, we find the build. Would I ever be doing bootstraps things? I can't really imagine having the space for that. Also, everything's already at silver except for the cash register and Pickles, basically. And this, but I'm not really in the business of selling properties either. However, Beehive and Vending Machine are both better flips than they look like because they are properties, meaning they're worth an extra 1 value. And the Beehive is actually 2 flips, so even though this is like kind of frivolous, I've got the gold to be frivolous. Look at this thing. Now, Vending Machine's a little bit unclear to me because theoretically you want this. You want to generate 3 items at the start of day. It's probably much, much better than the cash register. I believe that.
Share this experience today.
Do I want to do a 4 gold flip here? Is it going to affect the end value of this today? Theoretically, it could if I got like... No, even if I got safe on the next page, it wouldn't matter. And I don't have bootstraps money, and I don't have... hey, Pawn Shop, you're one of the things I mentioned as a potential build path. I'm not really seeing it to be real with you. Like, base value, it's 180 health. Well, 270, really. I guess I just put in the nitro for now. I can buy a pawn shop, right? And I can scale this thing up really effectively. I have golden ledger. I'd basically have to cut these 2 items, the VIP pass, from my board. Otherwise, I'm losing item generation. Like, I would sell all of this and put in the pawn shop. And, dear God, I think it's right.
And this is why I need to get...
Sell the nitro first, buy the pawn shop, sell... I don't actually have to sell VIP pass. I do need to make 3 spots, but I can just, like, do this. So it's a pretty bad pawn shop now, but it could be a very good pawn shop later. The issue is this makes me very vulnerable to disruption. Obviously, I hate that. Nothing I can really do about it. I think this is a much better path to victory than the small, shitty items I had, and if I can find a fort, I'm happy to pivot out of this. It's fine. Is the Steam Ladle important? Yes, it's definitely more important than VIP Pass. I'm not taking it out. But I will buy and sell this. And if I wanted to, I could buy and sell this next item too, and I will. It does not actually impact values today. If I sold 4 things, I could buff both of these, which would be literally my entire stash. This would hurt my long-term scaling quite a lot. It would give me 150 health times 1.5. It would get me 10 more burn. It's not completely insane to liquidate the whole stash here, but I'm not going to do that. I have 3 points, by the looks of it, 3k health.
Are you sure?
1 massive burn item, Lethargy, Defense Grid, Cold Room to interrupt and stall, Poison Burn. He's a Weather Glass build, but what about the slow? That's what I'm really afraid of. He's got a bit, not a lot. I think, since he has half my health, I should be fine here. But that Weather Glass actually hits for 19 burn. Happy to see Cold Room know the correct target to go for, though. I think we just win. I think my burn value is higher, my health is massively higher, it doesn't really shield. I think we're good. I will say, I'm not exactly blown away, because like the idea is this goes off and they die. We are a far cry from that right now. Admittedly, it doesn't have multicast or half its cooldown yet. There are 2 very important items that we can hit here. And it's a perfectly reasonable thing to just be like, you know, I'm scaling up a pawn shop and this, we'll get something eventually. Hey, Gumball Machine, here to make things complicated, I say. Bring this in, move that over, bring this in. We're going to be doing this with the ledger for the rest of the run, basically. For the item with... Oh, I got a Piggle too. I actually didn't get the truffle. Damn shame. So if I want to go to a Gumball Machine, I need to sell 5 items. And the issue with that is I don't want to sell these 5 items. These 2 are both generating gold. Is the real answer to this conundrum, if you sell these, you currently have 71 plus 16, 87 gold. You have infinite money. Shut up and do it. That might be the answer. It doesn't sound unreasonable. Middle can sell a phonograph, which is obviously very, very good in my current situation, but it makes the board even more vulnerable to, like, crowd control. If anything, I kind of want to drop the pawn shop someday. And I can look at the pawn shop in that regard as my new economy item. So I'm happy to do this. Go to gumballs, just really aggressively push the ledger. And someday, ideally, I sell the pawn shop for a fort, but not right now. I'm gonna go Aerodrome. I would love to hit a Pole or a Barcoon. JJ's a bit of a weak shop. I have 79 gold. We can afford to roll. Grandmaster for Lethargy or Defense Grid. I'll take that every fucking day. Oh, now I have to pick? Don't be doing this to me. What are we currently at for the cooldown on this? It is 8.3. I don't need the second Lethargy. However, it probably hurts my opponent a whole hell of a lot worse than it hurts me. Defense Grid, it's nice. It's very genuinely very good. But, I think Lethargy is just brutal on my opponents. I think I'd rather do this. I know I'd rather do this. I've never had, like, a Diamond Lethargy fort run. This sets me up for it. That goes off if I sell the Gumball, so I'll do it before the fight. Bring all this back in. We're up to 106 burn, which, you know, it's pretty big. The issue is that 106 burn still doesn't actually one-shot anything. It's also a 9.3 second cooldown, which does sound pretty bad until you realize that everything is just awful. That's a 6-second cog. I think I'm strong. This is the weirdest strong I've ever been. Like, I have 4.7 thousand health on day 8. That is not minor. And I have one absolutely massive burn item with Lethargy to disrupt any opponent that would try to scale up and kill me. I mean, you love to see that. Silver tier loot doesn't really compete with 530 health, man. Snapshotted to be more, actually. Oh, JJ. Investment pitch always shows up too early. Nothing can compete with it, no matter what's going on. Can I get another tick out of this? No. Well, even though it's a way too early financial boost, we still take it every time. Because double the value of your leftmost item, it changes this from 70 to 140. We get another 1,000 health, another 1,050. Really, you just have to click that when it's offered. Oh, it's your leftmost item, fuck! What am I doing? I thought it was your leftmost property! No! It's fine. It's fine. I'm bad at the game and I can accept it. Oh, in my head it was just your leftmost property because I've never had a run with jewelry good enough to justify using it on anything other than a property. Look, we're just showing that you don't need that event to go 10 wins with this item, right? That's all that's happening here. Prospero can sell me some really damn good items. I don't think Monster Ranch is good enough to compete with upgrading the pawn shop or this. On the flip side, though, he can give me Bile of Blood, he can give me feathers and wings. I'm going Prospero. It doesn't matter.
Investment is building homes for
oh, that broke my heart. Gumball Machine's very good. We take those. That's potentially the best enchant target I have right now. No, that's not true. It's still Ledger. Ledger, when you enchant it randomly, has a 2/3 chance to effectively double in value. Shiny makes it do 20 value. Golden makes it take 5 cells instead of 10. So this is like Swashbuckle. You can just throw it in random enchant altars and get a good result on average. The flip side is that this is very, very strong, and this is also very strong. Like, I actually have 3 incredible enchant targets, and now a 4th one with Gumball Machine. If I saw Fiery, I actually would not upgrade the Gumball Machine. I would upgrade this, because it's going to be... Like, Fiery on a Gumball Machine is plus 12 burn per day. I get more than that by doubling the value scaling, I think.
Such things can be overwhelming, I know.
Anyway, these are not useful to me. We roll. For a second, I thought I got D'd. I was so jazzed. Sell that. Pick up the hatchet. Put the value on this.
I promise.
If I had known that it worked on any item, would I have always put it on this? Or would I have actually done it at the pawn shop anyway? Because I kind of feel like this will one-shot people by the end of the run without a free 100 value. And what I'm really worried about is getting one-shot myself. It's an interesting discussion. Not sure what the correct answer is. 5 more cells. We get 3 items plus 1 when we win, so I don't want to hold a masterpiece. I have very nearly unlimited gold is the thing. Like, I can just flip these for 4 gold. That's perfectly reasonable. I'm going to do that.
I'd say the results are evident, wouldn't you?
3 more. That'll mean start of day vending machine, and we get it. Actually, these pickles are costing me a gumball. It's not even giving me an extra item right now. And I've been tired of this happening at the start of every day anyway. 2 cells. It is a 4-win Pygmalion. Looks like he's losing later than I am. It looks like he fell off. I don't think he beats me then.
You do see the
Pygmalion has a nasty habit of playing Matchbox builds, which really suck against Gold Lethargy.
for you to stick.
Not Matchbox. Sana, but where's the freeze? Oh, it is Matchbox. It's just a Sana with weights? Well, I'm glad I have Lethargy. That's a huge Sana. That's so much healing every time his Matchbox goes off, which is charging the shit out of the weights. I'm so glad I have Lethargy. Otherwise, this build would have been horrifying. However, he cannot out-heal the 100 burn we just inflicted, and he's nowhere near grinding me out. I'm actually surprised this guy looks like he's losing late. Dude has diamond weights Sana with a Matchbox? Like, it's not the best Matchbox build, but I would not expect to be losing on like days 5, 6, and 7. It seems pretty solid. The skills are a bit weak, but not terrible. All right. I think we're in a good spot now. Now that we're on day 9, our win record is 3-5. Like, that actually feels salvageable, like something that is reliably able to be turned around. Now here... Oh, how do I do this? I have to, like, do that. It's very finicky to get this into my... You know what would be much easier? A much better way of doing this? That. That is so much less finicky. Okay. And we need 2 cells. We don't necessarily have to do it. There's not going to be a reason not to be honest. I'm going to sell this on you. Sell the next one. I don't have to. I know it's not going to work out to hold, though. Yeah, I'm going to sell spare change. All of this. Now, Gumballs is only 4 items. At this point, I'm not willing to drop anything. All of my items are actually very, very good. Get a tool is very bad. Herma can sell me specifically the belts. Actually, wait, can she? Heal and regen, not health. She can't sell me the belt. She can upgrade Cold Room, and the rest of her hits are kind of bad. Okay, so because Herma can sell the tents, the restorative tents, where if this got heal enchant, it would become multicast. Essentially doing the same thing as Fort does, right? I think it's right to go to Herma here. Because I'm about to get my enchant, right? And heal would be a pretty bad enchant, but it would be run winning if I got the tents. Getting 4 cells for free, like I have infinite money. Who cares if they're free? I can get 4 cells at Herma anyway. So yeah, that's an easy Herma.
Man, let's fix you up.
I'm kind of glad that was Vineyard. I don't want to hold them. It's so much inventory space to hold a 3-spot item. Do I want to buy, sell the Vineyard? I've got the money for it. Why the hell not? Diamond Subscraper. Well, we aren't really committed to ride or die with this thing. You can always just go Subscraper, right? Heal equal to 6 times the value of your items. We currently have about 300 value on board. I can drop Cold Room for a Diamond Subscraper. And if I did that, I'm definitely a lot less resistant to freeze. I might need to drop the belt instead. Whether or not I take Subscraper here is so hard, because I'm really just talking about enchant variety, right? That's all this comes down to. So if I get Obsidian, obviously Subscraper's a much better target. It can one-shot people, and that's never going to happen here. If I get Fiery, I wouldn't want to put it on Subscraper. I'd rather have it here to one-shot people. It really just depends on like which enchant you get. If I get something defensive, I'm probably going to roll that randomly on this instead. I'm a stall build, right? This is how I kill people. The Steam Ladle Cold Room, kind of not important. But they are 2 items, and that's really fucking important. Like, that's what it comes down to, is because this is only dealing 120 burn, and I'm so vulnerable to slow, I don't feel comfortable putting Subscraper on board over these 2. Like, if this were Subscraper, I'd feel very weak. And if I cut these 2, I'd be the same amount of vulnerable to slow, but I'd have the Subscraper, and maybe that's just good enough. I'm really trying to talk myself out of the Subscraper here. I think it's the right play. I really appreciate how strong a Steam Ladle can be, but it's not what this run's about. It's just like a thing I've had on my board that's been good enough. The play is by Subscraper. Look how much heal that is. You think they're gonna live long enough to kill me through this with its 2,000 heal? I mean, possibly. It's very much on the table. I don't like that it is. And I'm not sure if it's Cold Room or Belt. I kind of want to hold both. Use this for PvP and use this to cheese health events. But the issue is that we pretty immediately start having inventory space problems if I'm holding both. Also, I appear to be broke. Might be a reason to sell cold room shortly. Well, I'll walk on this at least. I'm gonna go random portal here. JJ's not great, random items not great. This could give me something that gives me a lot of power. Could give me a random shop. Not gonna be rolling here with the amount of gold I have. What is this? What is that? 8s? I'm probably gonna give up 1 use on the pawn shop to buff cold room here. I think that's just the way to go, so that I can get another 10 gold here and then sell the cold room so I can keep buying and selling. Bring cold room in for the fight, I suppose. Not that it really matters, and we crush an Enclave Revenant. No reason to fight these other two to my knowledge. And none of his drops really matter at all. It's such a jank build. It really is. I want to believe so badly that this thing is good, but 9.3 seconds, even with Gold Lethargy, it's just an eternity. Like, it does sort of just kill them, I will admit. But it needs to do so much more than it currently does. Like, we aren't there yet. That's the problem. Well, there's our enchant. It's heal. Which opens up the incredibly awkward question that it was always going to open up. Sell these two, for sure. And now I can sell the cold room for gold if I need to, which I probably need to. So, I can put heal here. It heals for 1,400 already. If I find the restorative tents, I could theoretically cut the pawn shop to try to one-shot people with this. So looking at the random enchants, right? Radiant's fine. Not great, but fine. Golden, Heavy, Icy, Turbo are all bad. Shielded's okay. Restorative is potentially very good. Toxic is fine. Fiery is fine. Shiny is fine, right? Like, these three are incredible. Deadly is 100% crit chance with a lot of extra steps, which kind of makes it the same as Fiery. I think these four are all massive hits. Radiant is fine. Obsidian's actually pretty bad compared to these other ones. I would say I've got 5 hits here. The issue is it's the same 5 hits basically as a Subscraper, right? Like, I come over to Subscraper. Golden is not great because its value doesn't matter. Like, its value only matters if I translate it to all offenses. Heavy, Icy, Turbo. Like, Turbo and Heavy are actually good enough enchant value that they're not misses here. Icy's a bit rough, but it's still a 6-second freeze. Shielded is good. Restored's probably not great. Toxic, Fiery, Deadly are all no, Deadly's actually terrible. So I'm really looking for Obsidian, Toxic, Fiery here, whereas Shiny and Deadly are hits on the Luxury Kiuas that are not hits here. Obsidian's not really a hit there, but it is a hit here. Radiant's kind of a hit on the other one, but a miss here. Restorative is a miss here, but a hit on the other one. Heavy and Turbo are good on this one, where they're bad on the other one. Freeze is kind of a miss on both, but definitely less of a miss here. I think if I really look at this, the other one is the better random enchant. However, I can just random the Ledger too, which I already know the odds. It's a 2 out of 3 to be fucking insane. It can be Radiant, or it can be 2 Ledgers. There's a lot of run left to get value out of an enchanted ledger. There's a 1 in 3 chance I get really punished for this, but I think on average this is my best enchant. And we didn't get Radiant. That is Shiny, I believe. Now when I sell 2 items, I get 20 value instead of 10. Shame that I just activated it like a jackass. Get a small shield item, go to the Craftsman Dunes. I'm going to go to a Hero Merchant, even though it's quite expensive to roll with those. And I am going to hit up, I suppose, of the lot, I go Stell. Is this a tool? Yes. I could theoretically get hammer value. It seems very hard to do with inventory space confinements. Is there a way I could ever use a pendulum in this build? Because, like, obviously charging this thing is insane. I don't think there's a way to make that happen, is the problem. Yeah, I'm going to go Stell. If I'm using anything, it's probably a high tier hammer. Probably not using anything. I'm just going to be honest with myself. So this generates 40 value every 10 items. So essentially a 4 gold item is free before we would acknowledge that transferring value is better than gaining money. Nice. Cold rooms just don't make it. Unfortunately, we need this gold to use shops. and neither does yellow gumball for obvious reasons. So, am I willing to just buy, sell 4 gold things? Yes. Am I willing to do a 6 gold roll? If I'm willing to roll for 6, then I should be willing to buy a propane tank for 8. That's 4 gold for a sell, which is probably better than whatever rolling does. It's at 5 value. There's a very good chance that rolling gets me a threshold here that I don't get if I don't roll. Do I want to try to put that on something else? I'm going to take this just so it's very, very easy to get it to trigger one more time. I get the gumball, so I need to get 2 items for 1 more trigger. Oh, hey, speak of the devil. That is fantastic. I am going to put this in my stash. I have to do gumballs one at a time. You hate to see it. But gumball machine is the best possible final hour result here. Pick up a couple of gumballs. Get 20 gold here. That'll help fuel everything else for a long time. The value out of this thing is just so insane. Have 1 more space in my stash, and we're good. And this does not go off again, because it is shiny, right? Yes, it's not golden. I suppose that we put the belt in, because I have nothing else. 10,000 health, 161 burn on my 1 item that matters. Dooley of all characters is the one most likely to get bricked by a gold Lethargy. And it's just intrinsically harder to scale up and kill me with Lethargy in play for a pawn shop belt build. It's also intrinsically harder to lock me out with crowd control with the Lethargy. So I think this works. It looks like it was a moderately good drill build. He missed his enchant. He doesn't have any skills that are super important, like he'll get a little bit of acceleration from the first loop from this, but then it runs out. And yeah, it's like actually not bad for a gold Lethargy effect, but absolutely crushed. With a good enchant, he might have dealt a couple thousand more, but definitely not with shield. And this feels genuinely strong. My hope for the future is enormous at this point. This is probably getting sold for 24 gold, by the way. I no longer care about this. I wanted this so that when I saw my enchant, I would be able to, like if I got an enchant specifically that was good on this and killed my opponents, but that wasn't good on the Luxury Kiuas. That is basically specifically Obsidian, maybe Poison as well. Then having this available is very good. After I die, I'm probably willing to sell this and just get 3 small items for crowd control prevention. Anyway, moving on to day 10. Been a while since we lost. Build's feeling good. Hey, it's my favorite inventory stop, gumballs. I think it's correct to push value here. Sell this, bring this in, and move it over. And keep it going. Just absolutely ridiculous value gains. Do I want to get another gumball over the pawn shop here? It's a tough choice. I think that I'm willing to do 1 gumball again. I just need that to keep the money flowing. What are we on? We're on 2. So I should be fine to just sell right to left every time. But just in case I won't. There we go. There's the 20 gold payout. It's just so much money, man. Put this back in. Toss these. I have no weapons. I have no heal and regen really to speak of. It goes off once every 7 seconds. So, Mr. Tuscari, if you would like to give me haste, what a nice guy. I don't really care about Timbers at crit chance nearly so much as hasting my 1 item that matters.
Life skills.
So I rearrange my board to get the haste going on this, which is genuinely impactful. I think chocolate bars is worth even if I only get 4, but I have so much money. Kina's so good. I'm gonna go Kina. She can sell me a fort. She can sell me anything. Yeah, Piggy Bank's insane with the way the build currently works. The way the build works, by the way, is I sell items and gain value, and it's absolutely insane how much value I really gain. Am I willing to do 8 gold flips? Yeah, I am. No, it's the unresponsive inventory bug where if you open it too quickly after buying something, it just doesn't show up. And I'll be on my way. Trash Titan's pretty useless when I have no small items, and it'll be an easy Lord of the Waste from me. Oh, I didn't even put the belt back in. It doesn't matter. So, on day 10, is 229 burn an instant death amount? No, it really isn't. But it is a lot. Like, this does kill you eventually, especially once the second one goes off, but we're finally, for the first point all run, hitting somebody with the first tick and they're dying before the second tick. Just barely. I think that's the first time all run we've done it. We'd have done it a long time ago if I did my thing correctly. So here's my opinion on foreboding wins. My opponent likely has 100% crit chance. My items, kind of by definition, go off like 6 times. So while this might scale my opponent to be more effective than it does scale me, this is like a symmetrical effect that almost certainly benefits me more than pretty much every opponent I come up against. So I'm happy to take that. Sells property items. Monster Ranch is very, very good. It really is. However, property items could be a fort, and a fort sends me to the moon. It is so much better than this. Is Private Hot Strings better than the Subscraper? Freeze all other items. Oh, right, all other items, including this one. So it doesn't actually stall. It's not helpful. What's this at? 7? Am I good on money? Not as good as I'd like to be honest with you. I might need to buff it again. So I sell 1. I don't want to sell the piggy bank yet. Sell the ATM. Roll.
Gold may not be my goal, but you won't.
The belt kind of feels just gratuitous. Like, it's never really that important. But at the same time, I'm not going to throw it away for inventory space. It's better than keeping this on board in fights, right? I could have done this differently. I could have sold the gumball, then bought the vineyard, then sold the vineyard. I wanted to roll. The vineyard's not very good. I want to see a chance at forts. We've done it. The build's finished. I mean, I just sell the Subscraper now, right? There's just no way to fit Pawn Shop, Subscraper, and Fort, and without the Pawn Shop, the Subscraper is kind of terrible. So the Pawn Shop is out. However, if the Pawn Shop is out, I can do this and get the income generated. So sell this for 4, sell this for nothing, generate the income, sell this for 44, and pick up the fort.
Say that wasn't a fair deal.
So the build is now just that. After 10.3 seconds, I deal 450 burn. You'd better have a way to stop me. I appreciate that. That's very funny. I can afford to flip this, and it's a property, so it's a little bit better than normal. It's a fairly expensive flip. But I'm willing to do it.
It's good to know who has me.
Tip boost item JJ. I will actually just take an item here. I'm feeling a little bit broke. Oh, it's the beehive. Nice. That's actually a very good one to hit. We have 28 gold versus gold tier loot item. Honestly, 28 gold. I keep having to give up 20 value on the pawn shop, so let's just not do that and get 20 value on the pawn shop next time around, yeah? Sell this, sell that. I am almost able to sell the piggy bank and get value here, but not quite. So, good luck, buddy. I feel kind of insane for day 10. We've most definitely turned the corner with this one. Gorgon skill doesn't affect me. Once I do the thing that kills you, you're dead. Oh, that's so cool. Obsidian pistol sword with just like a bunch of random shit and fort. Second obsidian enchant on bowless. Improvised weaponry, probably not doing a ton. I don't imagine you have great crit chance. Better than I expect. Is there an inexorable up here? Where's it all from? Oh, deadly port. Nice. Anyway, 900 burned, you said. That was rough. He did deal about 4,000 damage to me. Like, it's a good thing I have the pawn shop and the belt. But yeah, the build concept appears to be working. Now, I'm pretty sure a boulder build just goes off before me and murders me a little bit. I'm not very happy about that, but I don't know that I have any sort of, like, counterplay to it. Now, I can sell these 3 immediately. I can sell this, or I can try to get more value from something else. That seems unlikely, right? Yeah, just sell that. And I guess I didn't need to do it now. I could have gone to Barcoon first and made extra gold. I thought I was going to chocolate bars. What do I want from Barcoon? He can upgrade the deed, he can upgrade the fort, and he can upgrade the pawn shop. He can't upgrade this, but it doesn't need an upgrade. I am going to give Barcoon a shot here. It's a little bit of extra gold. And I would really like to find one of those upgrades before I hit my diamond upgrade. Oh, hey, it's Subscraper. They're back and worse now. Oh, shit. I threw away a gumball there. Just really stuck in the decision-making about whether or not I go to Barcoon or take the guaranteed chocolate bars. Whoops. Not a huge deal, ultimately. I have enough gold that flipping for 6 is just not even important. And also, it's a property, so it's a little bit better than a normal flip. Not much better, but a little bit. 12 regen, temp boost. I don't really care about either of those. Let's go Prospero. Well, upgrading the gumball machine cost me effectively 2 value on these items, but it means I get better blue gumballs, and gumballs are crit. There's a lot of run left for me to get obscene amounts of crit off the gumball machine. So I do that. This is free gold. This is a 4 gold flip. I'll sell it when I have to, but I hope I don't have to sell it anytime soon. No, fuck. A part of me wants to sell everything but the gumball machine. Like, the belt's not even obviously better than the gumball machine because this is a, not a shield item, just an active item. If I find another belt, it's probably at gold already considering how late in the game it is. Like, it's less likely to find the belt upgrade because I'm holding it. The main thing here is just that is a shitload of coins to not get. I also want to make room for the shipment. I'm going to sell this every time. I think I'm going to sell all of this. One experience, who cares? A little bit of gold, not important. Sorry, belt, you've been great. Not today. There's nothing else I can liquidate. So, golden briefcase, get in here. I'll take my 8 coins, please. I don't have to sell the rest yet. I do need to sell 1 more. Is this a property? No. You put it on a property, different. Dragon Whelp, Butterfly Swords, and Soldering Guns. Cool cards, not important to me. I could afford to do a 16 gold flip. I just don't think that's necessary. I do need to make some room for gumballs, though. And I'm probably not seeing another Barcoon, having already seen Barcoon today, so I could just sell my shit now. Well, technically it's right to put these on my board. What? Oh, it has multicast from the fort. I was like, I don't have a friend. How do you have this much multicast? Same with the butterfly swords. Very funny. I'm gonna sell these now. Wait, fuck. What are you doing? Thankfully, it didn't trigger. It didn't matter, but that was very bad. I like to think that subconsciously I knew it was nowhere near triggering. Okay. Very weird board at this point. I'm just putting random active items on my board to make myself more resistant to crowd control after selling the belt. But pretty confident that selling the belt for pushing Ledger further is right. I wasn't even sure the belt was correct in the first place. I would be happy to get a belt and replace it, but the belt was costing me too much. And I can find something like vending machine before tomorrow as well. Like, that's the thing, right? If I just sell the vending machine and get 2 more coins and to sell from the vending machine for it, that's the same as tomorrow's generations, and I can find another one. So there's a lot of upgrades here. The pawn shop's good. The fort to push all cooldowns by 3 seconds is just bullying. I'm gonna change this from 20 to 30. Like, it's the thing I'm built around. Let's fucking commit. Also, I have unlimited gold now, so that's pretty nice. I would be happy to go to Ayla, but it's just hard to argue with a very good chance at Defense Grid, Lethargy. These are just very good skills. That one's funny. I'm gonna go with Diamond Lethargy. Gumball machine, say less. So I can do 5 at a time, I think. I love hearing that. It's been a while since I had the inventory space to do 5 at a time. The red gumballs are a little bit less than optimal, but I'll live. Oh, shit. I should have done those 1 at a time. Wait, no, I got my gumball for entering, not for leaving. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. I thought I lost the gumball from having to be forced out on the end, but that's not when it triggers. What? I left-clicked and it closed my stash. I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, you can left-click like around here somewhere to close stash. That doesn't seem like an intentional piece of user interface. Anyway, we're up to 312 times 2 burn. Our opponent's cooldowns are increased by 4 seconds.
I should warn you.
I can still just get bouldered or something. There can be some nonsense with the Eclipse where they trigger stuff halfway through their life bar and I just die. But I feel pretty damn strong. Yeah, this doesn't do anything. His cooldowns are all increased by 4 seconds. This is an aquatic build. He's just dead. That shit doesn't work. I will admit, the slows are agonizing, because my own cooldowns are also taking forever. It just doesn't do enough, that's the problem. No slow is a great source of board lockout when your opponent has increased your cooldowns by this amount. Also, very normal burn. Did that double crit? Yeah, that double crit. Oh! Oh, right. Foreboding wins. His build was just fast enough to give me crit chance, not to do anything else. This build is bullying. This is just mean. Oh no. Put this back in. Keep these over to the side because I might keep running them against all rhyme and reason. Item tip boost weapons. I feel confident that I'm supposed to go weapons, but on day 12, I've got 40 gold here. We're fine. We'll find some cheap stuff. It'll be worth coming here over one. Oh, it's all cheap. That's fantastic. What's our base crit up to? 32. Nice.
Go make some more stories.
The boomerang can be kept for a little bit. I don't think I want to spend 16 gold on that flip. We definitely could have done something with the cash cane in this run if it had been presented to us. Gonna leave that 16 gold flip on the table. That's a bit too much for me. I can get chocolate bars. They're good. I can also just go to Kina, though. Try to upgrade these two things. Find a bunch of random flips.
With no weapons?
Hey, the cash register. I was just talking about this. Glad to have it back. Of course, now it's a bit harder to buy gumballs, but I'll live.
You bought this.
Piggles are an 8 gold flip.
Glad we
2 more flips and we're equal to gumballs. Oh, those are very expensive. Take the rewards card. I'm down a flip, but I got the cash register, which will be up a flip later.
bought this.
I need to clear space. Wait. Shit. I'm just going to toss the rewards card immediately, I think. Otherwise, I'm going to lose either a gumball or a loot item because of Boomerang. And we'll go after Lord of the Waste again. No reason not to. The build seems very, very good. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I knew it could be good with Fort. Having hit Fort and Diamond Lethargy. Jesus. Also, if I can find any cooldown reduction, it's very, very good now. Because any cooldown reduction for me is taking these 4 seconds into account, making it so much more valuable than it otherwise would be. Shoeblade, no thank you. Happy with the Sunder though. Heal, shield, or diamond. Considering I don't do those other two, it's pretty straightforward. Don't really care about my property cooldown, to be honest. Or that. Or that. Gonna roll. What's this? Oh! That just gets me diamond pawn shop, diamond forts. Or minimalist. Those are both very good. I did not think that would be a tough choice when I saw the upgrade on this for substantially more health and the upgrade on this for the full lethargy. 20%'s a lot. Even at 20% cooldown increase, I'm still over 9 seconds here with the fort. Gonna be honest, I think I'm winning the run no matter what. And if I'm not, it's probably because I'm getting one-shot by something. I'm not convinced either of these are clearly right. I know Minimalist is very good, I know. But compared to hitting my opponent with another plus 1 second flat, and on top of that, the increased health from Pawn Shop, it just feels like Renovation offers too much. I might live to regret that. I know Minimalist is good. Toss these. What are we at? 7. Happy with that. Poison items, no thanks. Non-weapon, no thanks. I'll take my random chance. I'll take my 2 XP. Actually, is this a build where I care about XP less than items? It's 30 value, right? Every item is worth 3 value. And this has multicast 2. So every item is effectively 6 burn. Is 2 XP better than 18 burn? No, it's not. Oh, what a weird world we live in for that to be the case. I guess I'm gonna keep the boomerang in when I'm doing my PvP. These items result in me overdrawing something because I have only 2 spaces left. That's the problem. I don't want to give up on the boomerang. And that puts me in a very awkward spot where I have to do something dumb like run the boomerang on this board. But I can live with that. I'm fine with that. We can gamble some XP. We love that. Barcoon upgrades the things that are already upgrading. Who cares? Yeah, let's just go risk some coins.
Risk at the
One-off leveling.
foundation
You expect nothing less.
they build.
This is never going off, but if I sell all these now, I will get all the items I'm supposed to be generating. 7 win duly on Death's Door. Winning earlier than I was, like everyone.
Are you sure?
4-second increase to cooldown flat. Seems like it just destroys a duly build. Robotic Factory, shielded DJ Robot. The slowest nanobots you'll ever fucking see right here. 8-second nanobots. You hate to see it. The permanent haste will be pretty good, I think. Like, this is a genuine lot of damage, but I should just burn him down. Yep. Basically, Mega Lethargy and Mega Flamethrower. That's the build. And it is working against genuinely good things. That is a tough build. Also, hey, Draconic Rage. I'm very glad he hit shielded and not burned. I don't think I'd have lost if he had hit a better enchant, but it would have been a lot closer. 5-second flat cooldown increase. We're a nightmare, man. So gold tier loot item. Oh, wait. Nope, no, go back. Stop. Because I leveled up, I can sell the gumball, and I have room for the loot item. Fantastic. I don't need income at all. Just period. I will gladly take my loot item. I should not have been at a breakpoint for Ledger. I'm going to be very sad if I was. I was not. Oh, gunpowder, you're not relevant. It looks like I'm going to have to do this one item at a time at the gumball machine in a second. But that's fine. Let's go do our gumballs one at a time. I feel like I've created something terrifying. I'm so glad I have not been running into builds like this on the ladder. What do you do? What do you do when your entire build takes 5 more seconds to go off? You're up against a fat pig with 15,000 health. And then he just domes you for 2,000 burn as soon as his items actually activate. Need one more cell? Well, actually, I just want as many more cells as physically possible. Andy can give me up to 6 cells. Chocolate bars can only give me 4. But money is an object, and Andy's going to cost me a lot of money. So I will just give up a little bit here. I think that there's nothing Andy can tell me that will never actually stay on my board. This comes back in. The boomerang comes in. Sadly, I don't beat Void Golem. I mean, I don't beat him every time. I'll go Property Baron. It's fine. I don't think anything here matters. I'd be happy to get Trader. That would make all my gumballs free effectively. The rest of these are big gold values. Yeah, so something I've learned watching this run back is that I think of anything that doubles value as doubling property value. You saw it earlier with Pyg's signature event where I doubled the pawn shop instead of the Kiuas. Here you can literally see me hover Master Salesman and just in my head imagine the word property is in that text. It's just such a strange build. And I think the reason I never see anyone using this is because, like, you look at Gem and Pawn Shop and Subscraper, all these other value scaling items, right? It just feels so much easier to make use of the alternative items. It feels like it's much harder to capitalize on this. But the top end of what happens when you manage to is kind of insane. Extract, Temp Boost, or Curio. Curio sells so many items for so little money. Put this in, sell that, sell this. And let's flip every single item that this man has. We don't even need to read them, just all of them.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
It's kind of weird to just like indiscriminately buy flip the entire shop. And all I care about is how many things do I get to flip, nothing else.
Reuse everything.
I'll do that one last, I guess. No, I'll do it now. The reason I'm doing it ahead of schedule is because it only affects the things that are on your board. So it's important that I use it with the fort on the board.
That's been sitting there 20 years.
Thanks, Curia. I really appreciate you, man. So where do I go for the next shop? Probably Aerodrome. I don't think I care about Kev. Any experience event upgrades the pawn shop, which is not minor. And of course, there are a lot of stores I can hit, all of which would be great. I'm not sure Volpack is one of them. I'm pretty much out of money for the day is the awkward thing. I'm only going to roll a couple of times here. All right, Barcoon. You can have my gumball for 1 extra gold. I would have liked to upgrade this by the end of the day, but it's really not a big deal to have failed. Anyway, there's nothing you can sell me that matters because I'm going to upgrade this automatically in 1 hour. It is a pig, which is terrifying. 7 wins, just like me. Dead, unlike me, so he's winning earlier than I am. I gotta think that most pig builds are more weak to my 5-second cooldown increase than I am. Let's see what he does. Beast of Burden, that's not gonna cut it. I'll admit, if this were before the hotfix, this build would be horrifying. I'd probably be dead. But a perma-hasted Beast of Burden with a 5-second increase cooldown, moderately scaled, I think the 500 multicast burns to be more important. Also, thanks for all those item activations. I really appreciate the crit chance. Yep, that's 2 crits, all right. Dude, this build is unfair. This is just mean.
That was impressive.
How many times did Bird go off? I'm guessing once? Just once? That's crazy. It must have been off twice, right? Yeah, good. This feels so incredibly strong, man. I'm in an awkward spot where, like, upgrading the gumball machine is the only upgrade that matters, and that's obviously wrong. So I guess I go gold tier skills since all of my shit's upgraded already. Building Crescendo is not it. I don't have weapons. Trader's a pretty severe low roll. But it means I'm generating like 6 gold a day off of gumballs alone, plus everything else I buy and sell. And I'm broke. So even though Trader's not incredible, I'm willing to accept it. Gumballs! Oh, you shouldn't have. You really, really shouldn't have. Well, time to buy and sell the gumballs one at a time, again. I wonder what a reasonable value to get this thing up to by the end of the run would have been. Because I feel like 500's a bit much. I guess I've gone to day 14, so we're in the land of unreasonable scaling. Like, this is par for the course, kinda. But at the same time, oh, this is not okay. This is so far from okay. A fiery enchant. And it's not even enchanted yet, you say. Don't mind if I do. Now, actually, kind of funny thing here. So Fiery Enchant doubles the effect of this, but if I put it here, it is 15% of this one's value. Obviously, that's worse. In almost any burn build, Fiery Pawn Shop is better than Fiery whatever the hell else you were going to do. Not in this one. I would like that to say 1,000 burn, please. Thank you. That's the biggest base burn value I've ever had. Bring this back in. Bring the boomerang back in. Somehow I think we can easily handle a Vulcus Enforcer with 24,000 health and 1,000 burn on our slowest, and I say slowest, on our only item. What I won't stopwatch, just stop the game after this goes off. Why wouldn't I? It's good, yeah. This is one-shot levels now. 2,000 burn does just kill you. We're almost there. It takes a while to go off, but once we do, and our opponents certainly don't go off, not nearly enough to deal 24,000 damage, that's for sure. Huh. Well, I basically just have a missing item right now, yeah? What is that? It's at 5, take it out, sell that. I would be very happy to run this in a small active item instead of what I'm currently doing. Chocolate bars versus Barcoon versus heal item. There are a maximum of 3 days left. The boomerang is costing me cells every time I go to chocolate bars. It's not like a great thing to toss, but it's not bad to toss. If I do that now, though, I literally don't have an active item to put on my board. I'm just gonna go chocolate bars. I'm gonna take the +4. Oh, I should probably sell first. Oh, it's only a +3 unless I toss this, though. Wait. Shit. I don't think selling the Diamond Icicles the play is the problem. Look, we don't need an active item. No one does anything. We'll just find a different one. It's costing me 2 cells right now, so it's gonna take a while for it to make up the gap. This is probably just better. Down to 5. Kina can theoretically trigger it. 5% max health is kind of a lot right now. Yeah, but increasing my max health, like, I've had more health than this will ever reach. I'm not a belt build. I haven't been health stacking all game. Like, I think one of my first runs, I got like 40,000 health. I've seen runs in the hundreds of thousands. I'm not competing for the health record. I'm competing for the fiery luxury Kiuas record. So let's go to Kina and push the Kiuas further.
Fields, not war.
And I'm looking to get 1 active item here. I've got it.
Your aura guided me to what you
And the rest of this is just buy sell.
use that.
And if their property is all the better. That's 1 extra value, right?
I can feel our energies resonating.
Ooh, those are very good.
Use
Those are some of the best possible hits Kina could have had, considering I'm not actually here to buy the items. I'm just here to flip a bunch of shit.
your aura guided me to what you
3, so we don't have to worry. We don't have to, like, break anything early or sell things we don't want to for extra value. Weapons don't matter. Heal and regen don't matter. That means it's pig skills. What pig skills? Oh, well, that one. That one's great. I wasn't expecting to get it again. So this will haste the fort. The fort will haste this, but it goes off before my other items anyway, so it hardly matters. Actually, thanks to this haste, the force will go off. Nope, it still goes off second. Look, the second time it'll be faster, we promise. It's gonna do something. But yeah, this gives me the active item that the Ledger doesn't. This freezes a thing, so if they're like a 1 item, double whammy, million health build, it helps. Also, I increased their cooldowns by 5 seconds. That part is not minor.
Big for you to steal. I should warn you.
Alright, buddy, I'm gonna need you to slow down. Spiky shield, pendulum, restorative billboard. No one likes this. This is the one thing that can fuck me up because it's percent cooldown reduction and it's next to a pendulum. I would like to thank Icicle for really crippling his build because anything... Oh, I'm just dead. He has fucking starting shield. It wasn't enough. You've got to be joking. It wasn't enough?
I could see you're going places.
Dude had diamond defense grid and did not get me. Thanks, Icicle. I definitely die without you. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. That generated everything already. I mean, no reason not to just immediately reposition my board there, right? All right, on to the next day, potentially the final day. Dude, that billboard next to pendulum, next to spiky shield. I was worried, man. My whole thing is that I increase their cooldowns by 5 seconds. Doesn't really work against 100% cooldown reduction next to charge 2, does it? Oh, that was terrifying. Small tool, temp boost, Ayla. I guess that's an Ayla angle.
My battle days
Just because you're the one who's able to sell me items, and that's kind of all I need.
more.
I'm gonna hold this for 1 more hour. I'm willing to flip all of these.
Make me proud. Go make some more stories.
What's the second page hold for us? Nothing at diamond, you love to see it.
Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you. New food
Would I flip that bow?
I prefer action.
No. Just wholly gratuitous. I don't quite have that much money. It could cause a problem with like gumballs down the line. Andy is great. I love Andy, but I like the portal more, to be honest. Oh, it's just Stell again. No one likes Stell that much. Going to toss this, toss this. Oh, what? My inventory is bugged. Am I absolutely losing my mind or is my inventory bugged? I could have sworn I just sold that for 4 gold. I'm gonna exit the main menu and come back. Well, maybe my inventory was bugged, maybe I'm a dumbass. Not sure which. We're down a coin from where I thought we would be. That's all pretty expensive. I'm honestly going to pass. I don't have unlimited money, as much as I would like to. All of the value I'm generating is going into these 2 items. Anyway, Veteran Octopus does not stand a chance. I no longer have a boomerang, but that doesn't mean I don't generate money during the fight. Because when I do this, I get a little bit of value on VIP Pass. Not a ton. Literally just 2, I think. Can't really imagine this goes off a second time after I deal half his health in burn. I would definitely like to find some more feathers and wings here, because there's a lot of room between 11 seconds, which is at now, and 8 seconds, which is the minimum I can get it to. Why did the cutlasses have longer cast times than the octopus? Oh, because hyper focus. It's reducing the 5-second penalty. Neat.
Like a nice person. Maybe too nice.
14 gold versus a loot item. Gonna have to take the loot item. Hey, that's the one we want. 11 seconds, down to 10.1. Minor improvements. Get the ledger back in. What are we looking at here? Middle chocolate bars tool. Sorry, middle chocolate bars are just free item cells, and all that's the only thing I care about is item cells. Cash register is pretty minor. If I sell it, I'm up 2. So instead of ending at 5, I end at 7. That really meaningfully improves my odds of triggering this again today, which is actually pretty important. Do I care about this? No. If I get a bad shop, I might not be able to flip a bunch of diamond items. What skills do I have to upgrade? That's actually not obviously good. Trader doesn't matter. Burn doesn't matter. Defense grid and minimalist are both very good. So 2 out of 6. My misses are permanent loop, crit scaling, a little bit more haste duration for the second real around, 3 burn. So like the worst thing I can see is Trader plus Final Flame. It's up against just guaranteed 30 value, right? Which is actually 60 value because it's being doubled by fire, right? Like I've already got the skill I wanted at Diamond. It is pretty funny to get Diamond Minimalist in addition to Lethargy to cancel it out. Just real quick, if I do divided by 90 times 100, I get the current real cooldown without Minimalist. So I can do times 0.8 and make sure it's still in range after Minimalist. I don't want to lose multicast. So it's a 1 in 3 for like really meaningful upgrade. And then the misses aren't bad. Like defense grid's just genuinely very, very good. I'm going to go Grandmaster here. It's fine. Defense grid is genuinely very, very good. If this were at 8, I would genuinely sell the gumball machine and the gumball because I believe this is the last fight. I just want to get the numbers as high as they'll go. But I don't have the ability to push it without losing an item on board. I'm not going to make my board weaker. 30,000 health, 1300 X2, multicast, fiery luxury Kiuas. Huge health from Pawn Shop. Diamond Fort plus Diamond cooldowns for plus 5 seconds to everything you do. Good luck, Drill Dooley. I think your build doesn't work against this. I suspect your drills are somewhat less than infinite now. Oh, he's not drill. Mamasar? Wait. It goes off second. We're fine. Haste? If it gets hasted, it could go off first. We might be gambling. Little bit unlucky, you know? He won the coin flip. It was 2 out of 3, right? Like, he was probably gonna get it. Because this got a haste target, he was able to roll 1 in 3 to just destroy my entire build. Post commentary here, just thought I'd give you a heads up that I blacked out and didn't see the fiber optics. It was a 1 in 3 to win, and maybe better than that based on Icicle RNG, not sure. So I think that fight was probably a coin flip, but I'm very wrong about why. I think that's basically just a straight up coin flip to lose. It's unfortunate. It is why I'm not running like a boomerang. It's why I wanted to do something like this. Oh, also, if Icicle had just hit the Mamasar, I win as well. There's that. What did Icicle hit? It's too late to check now. Anyway, we do random enchantment location. Haste doesn't really do a lot, does it? Oh, what's it doing on Icicle, actually? A hasted Icicle hastes 2 items for 4 seconds at the start of the fight. That seems pretty good, actually. We'll do that one. Never had a hasted Icicle before. It seems pretty good. Is that actually what it does? 2 items for 4? That's really damn good.
Almost done.
It's probably worth cutting the VIP pass for another passive item. I think I go Monster Ranch here. It's hard for me to say, really. Yeah, I'm happy to go Monster Ranch here. We just take wing, right? 4% on the other stuff doesn't matter at all. We just take the wing. This is not going off yet. I'm safe to sell. Down to 9.3, which would have won the previous fight as well. Monster Ranch just showed up 1 hour too late for me to win yesterday. We have room for chocolate bars, no problem. We have a lot of gold. We also have a lot of gumballs, apparently. It's basically wasteful, but I'm still gonna take the premium gumballs, or sorry, premium chocolate bars. I would like to stop getting Void Golem and being deprived of experience, please. Level 19 for the day 16 fight is about as low as I have ever been. Anyways, get the VIP pass in. I do wonder if, like, you just remove the VIP pass because it cost you the haste here. It's not clear to me. Anyway, I'll go Trash Titan. There was some argument to Boss Haro. Juggler means the fort goes off more often. Boss Haro's Assault Focus. Like, I don't need to go off a second time. That's just not how the build works. So maybe Assault Focus would have been a high roll. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just kind of thinking, like, let's get on with it and go see if we get countered in the matchup. Because it's just down to matchup RNG at this point. I'm not getting meaningfully stronger. My opponents aren't either. It's just like,
Too far to let
is it something silly like what just happened? That's all it is. So obviously, enchanting the pawn shop with shield's not incredible. So pawn shop is at 1100 right now. So that's 1100 shield would add to the fort. If I get golden though, it's a massive amount of health. Shiny, a massive amount of health. Obviously, Toxic doesn't do anything. Fiery is more burn. Radiant doesn't do anything. Restorative doesn't do anything. There's some big misses. So it's just a question of, do I think the shield value on fort affects whether or not I win? The answer is a resounding fuck no. So I am going to random with the artist and see if we can't get something of importance here. Fiery, shiny, golden, those are the real hits. Restorative is not one of them, unfortunately. Now, what are we looking at for this? It's at 7. It'll go off again, guaranteed from gumballs. It's probably not going off again unless I push it further, and I think Nufu is likely more valuable on average than 30 more value, so I am going to go Nufu here. Boom, it was better. Wait, it's the first time you freeze haste 2 items, that's guaranteed haste. This is a lot of shield. This means that the Icicle cannot miss. My whole board haste at start of combat. Obsidian doesn't do anything. Like, it literally doesn't do anything. I can put it on the fort. That would just break my minimalist. It would be actively detrimental. Is there a way to trigger this twice? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the next gumball. So I need 5 plus 3. That's actually very doable. I might be able to get this to go off twice at JJ.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Those are not the ones that I need to go off twice, but I'm going to play it as though I could force it to happen. All of this is sold. That's the first trigger. The second one is much, much harder. We buy, sell, all of it. Chocoholic would have been very good with this very early ledger, but I don't think I was ever offered it, unfortunately, despite going pig skills multiple times. And that is a miss, unfortunately. We can get 3 more, bringing us to 7, 8, and then we're out, unfortunately. I have nothing that cares about buying and selling for generating gold. I'm dead today, so let's leave. This is our final value. This is as high as we can take it. I guess I should have bolt sold because, you know, pawn shop. My bad. I think it's important that my opponent see the biggest, most threatening card last when my day 16 ghost flips over. And I'll sell these 2. Helps the pawn shop a tiny, tiny bit. Should have sold the 3 items on that store page, but oh well. It won't be the difference. Day 16 Vanessa. So one of 2 things is happening. It is a Radiant Alacrity sort of build with Flurry of Blows, that sort of stuff, where it's a 1-weapon build, and it gets bricked by 5-second cooldown, or I'm getting bouldered. I'm not getting bouldered. Wait, it's not Radiant or Alacrity, it's Shield Bash? It's not that big. Why is he doing well? Why'd he turn it around? Also, I'd like to thank Icicle for being just fucking crazy.
Another round.
Like, it's good. Is it win on day 16 good? What am I missing? I think he's just really getting people with Shield Bash there. Like, Diamond Shield Bash is crazy. That's a full use of the Langdon, right? It's got full haste up time, basically, from the Turbo Captain's Wheel. So probably around 6 seconds into the fight against, like, any dually or aquatic build, this goes off twice and just kills you for 8,000 damage and shield. He's also wrecking your board with dock lines. Radiant makes him sort of immune to CC lockout. It's like, there's good stuff in this build. Oh, it crits for triple damage. I'm sorry. That's not 8,000, that's 12,000 damage and shield. Yeah, all right, Deadly Crow's Nest with Shield Bash, that's big enough. It's not like crazy for day 16. I think he got kind of lucky to take it this far, but can I get a replay on that? Start of combat freeze was only that matters. Haste my whole board. And then very shortly, actually before he even unfreezes, just dome him for 6,000 burn. Because it's up to 78% crit chance. Like, what's the baseline? 70. Burn 1,438 twice. 70% crit chance. This goes off 9 seconds in, and my opponent's cooldowns are increased by 5 seconds. Also, I have 35,000 health, so good luck killing me first, bucko. Dude, this build is filthy. All right, yeah, no, I'm down. One of the comments for the Pyg Overexplained run I recently made was that I was underrating this card. And I was like, well, maybe. It doesn't seem better than the alternatives, and I've never seen anyone use one, so it's entirely possible. I just haven't seen it, and it's going under the radar. And my answer is, yeah, it's going under the radar. You can scale this to insane values over the course of a run. Sure, you can do that with a bunch of other property stuff too, but essentially this is the same thing as committing to a Pyg's Gym. It's a very good winnable card. Is it the best thing you can possibly do? Maybe not. But at 2 size, being a win condition for scaling builds is really good. Now, it's not on the board, but I opened my stash. What? My mouse was down here. There was nothing I could have clicked that should have started this. I pressed the mouse button that is spacebar to open stash. Why am I in the replay? What I was saying, though, is that even though this is all... Hey, Pawnshop, please come back down. Oh, he's not even here anymore. I can't show him off. I would like to say RIP to the thing that actually brought us this far. The Golden Ledger that has just given us 700 base value on that Luxury Kiuas. Kiuas. It is a terrifying build. There are very few builds as frustrating to hit as one like this as well, because like everything flips. You think you stand a chance, and like, wait, what number is that? Wait, why aren't my items active? Oh no. It's such a strong build. I think this is a high roll for the item. I'm gonna be real with you. I got like this on day 2. Day 3, I got the Ledger. I was able to get like the perfect setup using Fort to multicast it and then Lethargy to fully shut out my opponents. I don't think this is indicative of the average, but I think you can go 10 wins with a whole hell of a lot less than this. Like, just having a slightly better early game would have gotten much worse builds than this to 10 wins. You don't need to win on day 16, and this is the sort of build that actually can win on day 16. It's very strong. Diamond Lethargy will definitely be making the thumbnail, because, like, whoa there, buddy, slow down. Have you considered increasing all of your cooldowns by 5 seconds? Because otherwise, this is going to take an eternity to go off, and we're not playing on an even playing field. Also, I would like to mention, this is effectively, minus the 5, a 4.3 second cooldown. That's insanely fast for a Luxury Kiuas. The base seconds, or base cooldown, is 8 seconds, right? A phonograph would get it down to effectively almost this speed if Lethargy and Fort weren't involved. A hidden benefit of using Lethargy and Fort like I've been doing is that every source of cooldown reduction actually becomes more impactful because you're increasing your base cooldowns by 5 seconds. Your opponent is getting that applied after all their feathers and bullshit. You're getting it applied before your feathers. So this sort of Fort Lethargy stuff is inherently better with cooldown reduction than most other builds. And I don't know that there's a lot to say about this. The Luxury Kiuas is a 100% valid strong card. It is a good scaler that you can win runs with. I don't know if it's the sort of thing where like you want to try to pivot into it. Like if you have nothing on day 3, I don't think you go to middle looking for this. But I do think this is good enough to take when you find it looking for something else and pivot into it. Anyways, that'll be all for now. If you enjoyed the run, then please subscribe for more content just like this every day. And if you could hit the like button on your way out, I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel grow. Anyways, see you in the next one. Peace.